That's right, Michelle. I'm joined by Josh Semotiuk, a mayoral hopeful in the upcoming election, October 21st. Welcome to BT.
Thank you.
Josh, everybody's talking about Don Iveson, Karen Leibovici, and Carrie Diot. Not many people are mentioning your name. Does that bug you?
Yeah, I'm not really running the same kind of campaign they are, so I can't expect to get the same reaction out of people. I don't have a million signs out there and advertising, and I mean, I'm not a counselor that anybody knows, so.
Yet you're taking it seriously. This is not a joke.
No.
You want to be mayor. What prompted you running for this job, the city's top job?
Well, before, when it was only announced that the three people were running, I felt like I couldn't identify with any of them. You know, it's not like they're particularly that terrible, or I don't think they'd be great mayors, but, excuse me, I don't think they represent me and as a common person in Edmonton, you know? And they're the same kind of politicians we see in every single election, whether it's the federal, provincial, or the municipal. They're all just well financially backed suits with the perfect answers to every question, you know?
So you were born and raised in Innisfail. You've lived in Edmonton for about 10 years now.
Yep.
What are some of the issues that you think are important to the ordinary Edmontonian, the voter that you say you represent, that are maybe not being recognized by the three main candidates, let's call them?
I think a huge thing I hear from a lot of people is there seems to be a disconnect between City Hall and the people. Like, they don't talk to the people a lot. I think there needs to be more town halls and more engagement with the public to bring him on board with a lot of stuff. That, and I know a lot of people are upset about the infrastructure and potholes and all that kind of stuff, and it's something we need to address. I think we also got to realize we're always going to have potholes. It's a winter city. That, and I think our transit lags behind where it should be for the size of our city. I think we really got to work to bring our transit up to speed.
Okay, we do have some mayoral candidates. I mean, one in particular, entire platform seems to be potholes. Also talking about the arena deal. We're hearing some talk about transit expansion from another candidate. That's one of his top priorities.
Yep.
Is there anything that's on your radar, platform-wise or intention-wise, were you to be elected mayor, that you haven't heard any other candidates talking about?
I haven't heard a lot about the public engagement from the City Hall. Other than that, you know, I think everyone's kind of covering their bases with most of the major issues. So.
Have you been involved in government at any level, from student government to junior high all the way up?
No, not at all.
Okay, it doesn't scare you off though?
No. I'm pretty good on my feet and I'm a quick learner. And I mean, talking to a lot of people, they don't see that as a negative, if you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So you've got until October 21st to get all over the radar of Edmontonians. So what's your plan between now and then? Are you approaching this campaign any differently? You talk about the suits that are the typical politicians. What does Josh Semotiuk's campaign trail look like?
Very grassroots, very word of mouth. I got a Facebook page, a Twitter account, and then I'm just trying to plug as much media as I can. Other than that, I mean, I'm not taking any donations, so I'm funding this whole thing out of my own pocket. And I'm only an electrician, so I don't have a lot of money, and I don't really agree with a whole bunch of signs or people knocking on your door annoying you when you're trying to eat dinner with your family or calling you or anything like that. So I got buttons. I bought some buttons, and I got the internet stuff and the media, and going for word of mouth, grassroots.
I love this. The button that you're wearing right now is quite tiny. I don't know if we'll be able to pick it up, but it just says, "Me for Mayor." And there you have it. Why aren't you taking campaign donations? Have you actually turned donors away?
People have said, people have brought it up, and I've said no. And one of the reasons is, I think as normal people, you should keep your money, and we give enough of our money to politicians, right? Through taxes and everything else. And I'm the one who wants the job, so I should work for it myself. That's kind of how I feel about it. And I don't want any donations from any businesses or unions or anything like that, because if I get elected, I want the people of Edmonton to know that there's no one behind me pulling some strings. I don't owe any favors or anything like that. It's just the only people I owe are the people who voted for me.
Okay, we're going to get you a coffee because we want you to hang tight. Josh Semotiuk is back in about 20 minutes. If you have a question for this mayoral candidate, be sure to send it along. You know where to find us. You can connect with us on our website, breakfasttelevision.ca, Twitter, or Facebook as well. We're back with Say What, Bridget and I, right after this.